Hello and welcome everybody to the second episode of classic scenario mode. So we're going to Jerez, and it's the start on the front row, and I've got the Ferrari. I've got an advantage, which is good. Me and Jared have to start at the back. So I'm Schumacher, and basically we have to weave our way through the pack. Basically it starts in performance, so it's got the white cards which I drove last episode in the front row, and then it goes backwards and backwards and backwards and backwards through the pack, which is how it should be. So there we go. As you can see, the Williams looking really good there. And all that.
The Lotus driver's working hard to stay close to the two Ferraris. He could simply hang on to third, but with both Ferraris needing to serve a drive-through penalty, I reckon we'll see him push for first.
Okay, so it appears I got it totally wrong. I have to actually win the race, but I have to overtake the two Ferraris, which is going to be hard, as they're quite far ahead of me, but I think they'll back off. His car just has no downforce, so I tried to turn in there, it just didn't turn in, so I've had to brake for that corner, which I never usually have to do it on any of the other cars. So you can see the Ferraris just coming out of the pits now. They both had to pit. It's going to be tight. I reckon if I hadn't had that mistake, it would have been a lot closer. As you see them emerging now. Just there. There they are. This pit lane. I don't know what I was doing there. I completely lost my concentration and just drove straight into the barrier. The 8 seconds. That's not 8 seconds. I'm sorry. That is not. That's like 4 maybe. That's not 8 seconds. So yeah, I've got no idea. They must have got confused when they went into the pits. Okay, so this car has no downforce, which is in a track that requires a lot of downforce. So this is going to go so well. Oh god, already running wide, crashing into barrier. I'm going to have to use a flashback, because I know if you lose your front wing on F1 on scenario mode, sorry, it really does have a big effect, and you have to actually go and pit to get it repaired. And I would have no chance in the world that I'd catch them. So they're running a bit wide again. Jerez takes me a few laps to get used to. I don't know why they did the testing, if I'm honest. There's not much room to test top speed, so I think that's something we'll see in Bahrain in the testing on Wednesday, or if it's already happened. I don't know when I'll upload this video, and if I have, then I'm guessing we'll see the top speed there. So I was thinking about using a flashback, realizing, hang on, there's not really a lot of point using a flashback. We're not that far behind them, as the car actually did quite well on that corner. I think I'm starting to get used to the car. I'm kind of getting used to where it grips and where it doesn't a little bit more, which is excellent. Look at that. Gripping alright, gripping well. That's good. As you see, you got all the hot air balloons on these classic tracks. Apparently there's a lot of hot air balloons at F1 events. I'm not old enough to remember. Okay, as you can see, I think Berger is holding up Schumacher, who's just there. Actually, we've got 2 laps to try and catch them and overtake them both. I reckon that is certainly a possibility. I reckon we can most certainly do that, so we'll see if we can. Okay, so we start the second lap now. We've got Schumacher in front of me now. Schumacher, probably, in my opinion, the best F1 driver in the world. Hitting his back, look how low they are compared to us. It's just incredibly high up, and they just like stick to the ground. The Ferrari was a really dominant car back in the era. Them and Williams were battling out, and now look where Williams and Ferrari are. Not doing too well, but hopefully this season I think the Williams and Ferrari, I think it's a lot more down to driver ability, so it'll be a lot closer. So after overtaking Schumacher, and now we're on Berger is in our sights. The Austrian, I think it is. Is it Austrian? Yep, Austrian in our sights. Look at him there, getting a bit slow off the exit. As you can see, fire coming out of the exhaust when they change up gear. I think that, and sparks flying everywhere. I think some of the animations are a bit cheesy in this game, but I think overall they've got it spot on. Berger now braking. I'm not having it on the inside. Hug the inside so I don't drive him wide. That's excellently done. I think I've done that very well indeed. Now look at that. Okay, we're running on Rich. Excellent when we run on Rich. They've got absolutely no chance in the world of catching me now. I'm free. I'm 100 and something foot ahead of Berger. I don't know why it's giving the option to win the race, because that's quite hard, but anyway. We'll let it be. Okay, I'm 2.5 seconds ahead. We've got 1 more lap to try and extend that gap, get the maximum pointage out of this scenario mode. So, turning in. These hairpins don't fare well with these classic cars. They just don't grip. There's not too many hairpins in F1 really anymore. There's quite a few, but in like Monaco and Malaysia. But there's not a huge amount anymore. Probably for that reason. So as we're just turning now through these last few corners. Okay, turning through another hairpin. There's like 2 or 3 hairpins on this track. God, there's too many. Let's come around this left-hander. 900 foot now, almost, I don't know how many seconds that'll be. That's quite a long way ahead. Now they're getting the time back using the Ferrari's performance advantage. Turning in, just trying to stop the back end from wobbling out there. Look at that as we come to the last few corners now. I should 5.7 seconds of double my lead. How? Sorry. Anyway, we're going to carry on with the commentary. So he's going to turn in another hairpin. God, too many hairpins. I told you, they're really hard to get the power down early. That's the only problem. That's why I don't like them that much. As we're going to cross the finish line now, and we'll see how far it was. So I got position change to 122.5. Very, very good scenario mode. Very, very well done by me. Even though that's probably a bit cocky, but that doesn't matter. We got 88,000. Did it on silver. That's excellent. That's what we want to be about. Anyway. There we go. Look at that, my driver's really happy with how it's done. Shaking the camera. That's what we like. DeLonghi, sponsored by a frying company. There we go. Tapping Berger and Schumacher on the shoulder there. And we'll see what time we got overall, and then I'll end this commentary. Okay, as we see an old picture now of one of the Ferraris. The front wings there, they just don't exist. I mean, they got the brake coolers, which are a bit weird. I don't know why they've got them in front of the wheel. But anyway, so where are we in the world?
Hold off
We
the
are
fast.
4,000th,
Seize the
and I'll
moment
see you guys in the
and
next
pass the
video.
Ferrari drivers.